Hey guys, welcome to the Nerdarchy for Nerds by Nerds. I'm Nerdarchist Ryan, and I'm joined by
Dave.
I'm Ted.
And we have a GM 911 from Joel from Sweden. Basically, he has Sonny the Demi-Lich and the conundrum of how to get revenge on the player characters.
If you have a GM 911, you can submit that over on our forum in the GM 911 section on nerdarchy.com, or you can send us an email at nerdarchy@gmail.com and just put GM 911 in the subject.
So I'm thinking, right, like, even though, just because Sonny sent us a pretty thorough email, and Joel.
Sonny the Lich sent us an email, and he wants to...
Yeah, really, he's actually mind-controlling Joel.
Yeah, that's how it's happening.
So it was pretty thorough, and it sounds like a really fun and amusing campaign. I almost want to be like, you know what, Sonny should never really get his revenge. Instead, he should always be strapped with incompetent and bumbling minions that always botch it for him.
Yeah. Yeah. To keep him as like a recurring joke villain.
Yeah.
The premise for this question is the players came upon a Demi-Lich, and the character's name is Sonny. He took some liberties and allowed the Demi-Lich to speak, and for a long time the party has been carrying this Demi-Lich around and
in a bag of holding,
using him to gain information and do all kinds of
It's basically a skeletal encyclopedia.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's really infuriating to the Demi-Lich. The story that this guy shared, absolutely amazing. Applaud.
Hysterical.
You know what it made me think of? It made me think of King Kalak and
Kalak. From Dark Sun?
Yeah, and the two heads that he kept.
Right. Yeah, Sasha, and I forget what the other one's name was.
I think it started with an M.
Misha? Something like that?
No, Misha. I think Sasha, I can't remember whether it wasn't Misha. Yeah.
But
maybe it was.
Joel wants to know, how should the Demi-Lich be able to get revenge on the players? Because second level party should not be fighting a Demi-Lich, but they've been carrying this thing around. They chose not to smash it. They thought it'd be a useful tool.
It's Demi-Lich-esque.
Yeah. He's not using his spells, but he can talk unless he's actually in his fortress. He
did do one cool thing. He had them send a favorite NPC to them, suffocate it in a bag of holding.
Yes, that was pretty awesome.
It was very Godfather-esque in my opinion.
Machiavellian,
yeah. And so part of it is like you just start sending family members in these bag of holding.
Yeah, like every other month they get a bag of the holding of the month club.
Could wind up going towards the more evil version and get the bag of devouring.
Yeah, but it doesn't send the same message.
No, you need to have I wonder what's in here. Son of a...
Oh, man, there's Uncle Bob.
Or, another thing for Sonny the Demi-Lich to do, too, is, maybe... so, I don't think the party's still second level. I think this happened back when they're second level.
Right.
And they've been leveling and adventuring and things like that. Maybe, beloved NPCs or family members come to the party as undead. Yeah. So and then they figure out these are the markings that Sonny would have used, or maybe there's arcane sigils on it on the corpse. Maybe it's all white, or just even a zombie or a skeleton. But there's something to cue them in that it wears a piece of jewelry that NPC would wear, or something like that.
So I see two options here, and it depends upon how sophisticated you want Sonny to actually be.
Well, I mean the Demi-Lich is pretty advanced undead.
Right. But I mean, as far as what the DM wants this NPC, this monster, to actually be, has he been building all of this up to get that serious encounter of the party fighting a Lich, or do they want a more memorable and comedic situation where they're able to constantly thwart this guy's plans, and he is really just the inept villain that winds up being throughout, and you could have all kinds of hilarity with this NPC.
He's not inept. He just gets strapped with inept henchmen.
Right, but if he doesn't wind up getting souls fed to the phylactery, he's stuck in this Demi-Lich form. So it could really be how many hilarious situations keep happening because of ineptitude.
He's just unlucky.
So that's my side of it. Whether you want to create this serious threat to be, have this encounter. They've already been through the stronghold, so it's not like there's going to be new loot for them to be able to get from fighting a fully released Lich, unless some other things.
I like the idea of them constantly recapturing Sonny and putting them back in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
I really think that's going to be the far more memorable outcome of this story. Like, he could have things that they keep manipulating and bad stuff happens, like the friends, family, NPCs that keep having bad stuff happen to them, but this guy still keeps getting trapped in the bag of holding. They still keep him around.
And he always gets away at some point, but he ends up coming back. He's like a bad penny.
Well, I mean, or kind of like almost like the Joker with like the Batman Joker dynamic of like they never really fully do one another in, but with the hilarity ensuing. So yeah, no, that raises a serious point of whether he is supposed to be the ultimate big bad, or I mean, right now he's been set up as a comedic relief of the game, you know. So, are you really trying to turn it on the head, that on its head, and get it to be super dark, and the players to take him very seriously eventually,
or keep the fun,
or keep it funny, you know? And so like that's a real deciding point, because you can keep escalating the villainy that, like towns getting raised, family members getting raised as undead.
A lot of raising going on.
A lot of raising, yeah. So, or, maybe Sonny somehow becomes an ally where there's a greater existential threat to even him somehow. Like, maybe like they need his knowledge and his skill set to like overcome an even greater and more competent evil. Yeah. Very much so. Like his power's been diminished and lessened. Maybe that's the thing that did it. Yeah, the thing that's binding his power is this greater evil that he needs to overcome.
Right, and if it gets overcome, he can get his powers back.
And then screw over the party in one fell swoop.
What if this evil power has taken over his stronghold or gotten access to the phylactery? Is threatening to destroy it or whatever have you.
Oh, like him, but very eating crow, like very tail between his legs, like having to come to the party for help.
I almost picture like they finally put down this guy that's got his power, and it like it gets released in this ball of energy, and it like zings all around the room, and it's just getting ready to shoot back into Sonny, but someone else accidentally steps in front of it.
And gets the power.
Gets the power instead.
Yeah.
Like a dog or a cat or something. Some random goblin.
Oh, that would be awesome, a goblin.
Yeah.
So then it can continue on even further with the joke.
Yeah.
I don't know. Joel from Sweden, I would really have a hard time letting this one go, because it sounds like you guys are having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think? Do you have any advice for Joel on his demi-lich seeking revenge, or do you feel that he should let the fun keep rolling? Put your thoughts, comments down below. While you're at it, like, share, even subscribe.
You can patronize us in a good way over on Patreon.
Check us out at nerdy.com.
So until next time,
stay nerdy.